fourth place match incoming right about now. A best of 7 between MOCKIT and PSG. Let's go over to the commentary desk with Wavepunk and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. The third place match, a lot on the line here, especially in regards to the World Championship, because both these teams will be playing in the World Championships. But you lose this match, you have to play an entire extra round than everybody else against the OCE champions. And then you have to play against, I think, the #1 team from North America. So, like, these guys, there's a lot on the line for them to play with here, even if it's not playing for that title of European champion.
And $2,000. Can't forget about that. It's money.
Yeah. Money love.
Yeah, I mean,
who doesn't love money?
Yeah. We talked about it yesterday, too. I mean, it's one of those situations where most of these teams prefer, because they don't get to play OCE more than twice a year technically now, that they much rather sit back, kind of see how they're playing, what they're about to do, and then they can go in with kind of a level head of, okay, you know what to expect. Let's go for it. So taking that extra game off, per se, and getting that bye is actually really crucial. Helps out
absolutely.
a lot.
And I'm excited for this match because these have been two of my favorite teams to watch this year, this league, this season. PSG has just been crazy all over the place, especially on their offense. They've been one of the fastest offenses. Even in that game where Gale Force was just suffocating them, they still had moments of brilliance, especially in the first two games. And as you heard Gibbs say on the desk, PSG is just having the performance of his life right now. The guy is absolutely, he can do no wrong except for losing the match earlier today, but that's not what we're talking about. Like, he himself has been having a brilliant performance. I'm excited to watch him go up against PSG right now.
My question for you is, obviously Gale Force has really, really good defense, and we did see a lot of pass plays coming out from PSG that they just weren't able to find in the back because of that. So are we going to see a lot of those, or are we going to see a lot of balloons?
I think no matter what, there's gonna be a lot of balloons. I'm trying to remember what goal explosions PSG is using right now.
There's a popcorn one for one of them, and that's all I remember.
I think Fair has the Hellfire right now. It's funny, like the balloons came out and like popcorn came out, and all of a sudden people are like, Hellfire, what's that? Why would we want to use that thing?
That's always how it works with Rocket
old
League
school, you know? Yeah, it is legitimately like the moment they introduced an animated wheel, all colored wheels just were like, yeah, they're boring.
These stink.
Nobody wants these anymore. I could have a wheel that moves. Are you kidding?
I mean, it makes me feel really bad too, because like there's items that are, you know, rare or very rare that are sick, but they're just not as cool as the other ones.
They just don't move, man. I want them to move here. But these guys playing for a lot more than just your titanium white apexes.
Like 5 titanium.
I've heard if you drop GG in the chat, you get them more often.
Don't say that other thing. A ton of people got banned yesterday. I'm so sorry.
It was quite a lie. That was a lie I just spoke, folks. PSG in the orange, MOCKIT in the blue. It's been kind of a blue weekend. Blue teams winning the vast majority of the matches. So MOCKIT at this point, I feel comfortable. But still a best of 7 here. Here comes Chaussette. Shot on net. He'll find the target, and it's a lightning goal explosion from Chaussette.
Electroshock. Well played by this PSG team. Just getting one touch after another, spreading the defense thin of MOCKIT. Eventually just leading one to the back, catching them off a rotation.
They'll be able to have the lead here. 4:20 left to play. Off the kickoff, Fair and Bluey. Cheat up will work out. This one's staying very neutral for a ways off of kickoff. A nice shot from midfield by Chaussette will be blocked away, and PSG will look to pass out to Freaky, or to Fairy Peak rather, and he'll send it all the way onto the backboard. Here comes Freaky. And Chaussette able to wrap it around the corner. Carried away from their immediate attack. With a nice flick over the top of Fairy Peak, and then a follow-up over the top of Freaky. It's a flash Pesci as well, doing all the work. A fourth player juked, but not able to set it up, as Pesci finally was able to catch up to him and flick it away.
It's weird when Axel Toss is kind of right, saying that PSG is going to come out really fast and really strong because of all these things that are happening, and then to have that actually happen is just weird.
Fast and strong got a 2-goal lead right now, but they had a 2-goal lead in game 2 against Gale Force, so anything can happen here. They've got to hold on to this one.
Yeah, easier said than done, but a lot of it just has to do with their positioning. Somewhere, everywhere on the field to make sure they can get that first touch. Beating this MOCKIT team to the ball just about every time.
3:38 left to go. Pesci shot towards net. Freaky's up, tries to drop it down. Wait, ain't able to put it in there. Fairy Peak. That one wrap back around. Now PSG back up on offense again.
Rough touch from Bluey, trying to play that one towards the net. Just misses it and goes straight down.
Freaky to follow in the air. Misses the ball. Fairy Peak will back pass to Pesci. Put it back up into the corner. Chaussette will just loft that one. Fair just flies on past on his rotation back.
Tactical win.
You know. Go back into the corner. A lot of long balls from these guys. Looking for opportunities. Looking to draw defenders into the corners. give themselves opportunities to score. PSG will get demoed in the midfield. Now Bluey to follow off the ceiling, look to flick it. Fairy Peak will come from the side, take it away from him. Now Fair and Chaussette, both committed up in the corner. Bluey moves in to keep that ball lofted high. Keep it away from the MOCKIT players. Give his teammates time to sort themselves out as they fall back. Now Pesci going for the air dribble from midfield. Stopped by Chaussette. And Fair will get the clear down the field, looking for the transition. Fairy Peak to send it back towards the net. Bluey to play to the side.
Gorgeous challenge by Chaussette as well on that Pesci air dribble. Coming off the same wall. He was trying to shadow him in case he did take it the wall, but he jumped off, just followed him the whole way, and eventually met him.
Fairy Peak shot towards net, puts it in, and there's the balloons you were hoping for.
Fairy Peak just making a good shot off of this play. He passes it over to himself and then flicks it off the ball. But the recovery is the major thing. As soon as he lands and gets that jump reset, he's back up in the air to get the first touch.
Puts it in, and now MOCKIT on the board. A one-goal game here. First game of our best of 7. Both teams opted for the cheat-up kickoff. By far the most popular kickoff of the day. Pesci will put this one in off the pass from Fairy Peak. Beautiful 1-2 play tie game.
In a matter of seconds, they go from being down 2 to 2 unanswered and tying it back up. Just the kickoff ability for them to reset the momentum of everything. Just quick play outside and back in. 1-2 as you stated, Wave. With 2 minutes left, it's 2 to 2.
Again, the cheat-up kickoff from both sides. Keeping these kickoffs neutral. This one will make its way to the orange box. Pesci keeps it in the corner. He and Fairy Peak will get the boost starve. Fall back, but Bluey making it deep in enemy territory. Look for the pass here to Farah. Interrupted by Fairy Peak, and he'll send it back towards Freaky. Now looking for the transition. Over the top of 1 and 2. Pesci won't make contact, but it'll go to the orange corner regardless. And now Fairy Peak with an opportunity to put it behind Farah. Farah will be able to get the block. Down the field, this might be in. Can Bluey get it? He will. Pinch it all the way into the goal there. The lead back in PSG's favor off of a beautiful clear.
Good follow by Bluey as well. Just staying at that midfield ready to counter. Takes off the ball cam, just waits for it. And then just lines it up, makes sure it hits that wall first and gives a little bit of space so it doesn't pinch out and goes to the side.
Through 1:36 now left on the clock and the 1-goal lead for PSG. You know, MOCKIT would be able to MOCKIT would like to be able to get, put all the words in the wrong order the first time there. Give him a second shot. MOCKIT would like to be able to get, wow. English is hard. I'm just going to give up this sentence.
Do it.
MOCKIT would like to win game 1, but it's not going to happen. That's what we were going for, you know? It's been a long
way to
day.
line it up perfectly with a goal, too.
You know, look at it.
That's what we're doing. We're just buying time, you know?
They're trying to get the clears there, but the read from Bluey sends it through. Bluey might be the only player I've seen use the Grand Champ Dragon banner.
There was someone rocking a bronze one, I think, or a
I
gold
believe
one.
it was Gimmick, either Gimmick or Squishy, one of the guys on Cloud9 yesterday. Look at the demolition on the Fairy Peak. Freaky over the side. Chaussette will send it onto the wall and will come back down towards the goal. MOCKIT with an opportunity. It will be sent away by Bluey. The final minute, still up by 2. She's had a pretty good control on this game so far. The goals that we've seen MOCKIT score so far have been nice offensive power. And it's nice to see PSG not making the mistakes they were making in the first series, I say, as they both kind of missed the ball in the air there. But still, improvements, not scoring the own goals.
What a flick by Fairy Peak as well. Pesci played that into the middle and just backflipped into it, rocking it towards the net. Set it up for him. And what a game we thought was looking to swing towards PSG's favor and get out of hand. They put back within 1. 40 seconds left, still plenty of time.
They still absolutely could come back into this. Bringing down the field. Fairy Peak thinking about moving up as well. Pesci will hang in the back. Think about moving up. A lot of thinking going on. Fairy Peak looking for the mind games.
He's thinking about it, man.
You know,
it's in his head.
Stop it. Fairy Peak will put this one high. Freaky to follow up. That's a lot of players up. Can Pesci come up? No, he's hanging in the back for now. The pinch. This one went in MOCKIT's favor. Fairy Peak make this work. As the final countdown happens, it'll go to the corner. Fairy Peak and Pesci. So this one will probably just touch it. Will there. PSG going to take the victory. A lot of players thinking about things in the corner, but not going to make it work. And that will be PSG taking game number 1.
Good job by MOCKIT, though, at the end. Even though they're in front of the net and they need a goal quickly, they slow down the pace. Those mind games coming into play really makes it difficult to read what these intentions are of these players. So Still trying to mix it up a little bit. Shots, a lot coming out from PSG, just not able to find the back of the net as much as PSG. And a lot of it just has to do with those quick counterattacks, able to capitalize on a couple long clears and straight into the goal.
Yeah, pretty aggressive game from both teams, and I really loved watching, especially MOCKIT on the offense. Their goals, all of them finding ways to break down the defense, finding ways to make excellent shots from midfield and stuff. So it was cool to watch MOCKIT play here, but PSG able to make it work just a little bit more, and they'll take our first game.
Yeah, a lot of it just has to do with there's not really, like we've talked about this pretty much throughout the entire day, we're starting to go away from that siege-style offense for some of these teams where it is literally just a quick pass inside and then a shot on. And I feel like this European region does a really good job with their infield pass plays, despite how good the defense has been getting and how much they pack the box. The accuracy and the power has just been too much. I mean, you saw Farah score 2 goals last series as well that we got to cast with the ability to just put him in a good place, even though there's defenders sitting there waiting for him.
Yeah. So we'll see how they're able to move things forward here into game 2. Only 1 goal differentiating PSG and MOCKIT there in game number 1, so very, very close series so far. We'll move on to Manfield.
Manfield, day or night? Preference?
I believe it's day right now.
No, it'd be
preference?
for you.
I mean, night is more new, but they're both beautiful.
I like the skylights at night.
Bluey, an excellent shot. Freaky will get the block right off of kickoff. We're seeing PSG already off to the races. Chaussette, quick turn, try and play it through. Frontline defense of MOCKIT, but it will hold. Finally, Farah and Bluey able to win enough touches consecutively to give themselves another opportunity here. Farah will find it on the missed touch there from MOCKIT, and PSG's on the board.
This touch indeed, just Bluey just being a nuisance, gets up and plays that in the middle of both of them. Don't really have the communication to call one of the others off. Just settles in front.
Yeah, it was not the touch that Fairy Peak was looking for. Drops right in front of the PSG, and they will be able to score there. To an early lead. They were able to hold on to the lead last game. Ashley could possibly do this by himself.
Nope.
He tried to help him out. Was out a boost, though. Down and into the blue corner. Ashley thinking about coming out there with Freaky. Peak moves into the net. Fair into the corner. Peak over the top. And all of 1 touches right now by MOCKIT, leaving an open backfield here. Patchy tries to make the shot, but Fair is able to get in the way just in time. Send it away, and now he and Bluey looking for the transition. Chaussette will get the block before Fairy Peak can make the final shot. But MOCKIT pressuring right now in the orange box. Chaussette will be able to get it out, and he's got Farah to help him out right behind him. And they'll take the shots towards net. Fairy Peak on the back wall to send it away.
Great challenge by Bluey to play that. Reads that perfectly, stays patient in the midfield and moves up.
Ooh, look at the fake here from Bluey. Fair to finish it off. And MOCKIT down by 2 again.
Once again, you see it there. Bluey just taking a beautiful read. He's in the position to make a play, cuts off that defender, and just hits that corner, that bouncing back out. He's got a player right behind him, and Farah is shadowing him the whole way.
Yep, you could kind of just tell by Fairy Peak's positioning. He was watching Bluey. He was expecting the shot to come from the corner there. And then when it missed, Fair took him by surprise. 3:33 left to go.
I mean, we talk about how reactionary this game is, and that's all he's doing. He's just sitting there waiting for his teammate to make a play, and then he's going to make his decision after that. So, oh, where are you going, Farah?
Well, he got a little bit tangled up, but Chaussette's able to get it in front of the box. Bluey intelligently not committing, given how out of position Farah was. Not wanting to put them all out of position in enemy territory. MOCKIT room to breathe in this game. They're going to try and take the shot. Fairy Peak nearly able to put it in, and Pashy will find an angle, able to put it underneath the goalie, who was just trying to just throw his car at the ball.
Look how hard he hits this post. Hold on. Wait for it. Where are you at?
Yep. Tried to. Was nearly in the right place.
He was so close.
MOCKIT it on the board. We will see them now. Just a 1-goal difference here.
Imagine if you could demo off of like hitting a wall super hard. Like you
slam into the wall so hard you demo yourself.
Yeah.
That would just be unfortunate.
It'd be kind of funny though.
It would be funny. On the top of Fairy Peak, ball towards the goal there. Farah will get it off the kickoff. Just this pinch here. He and Bluey and Pashy both up there, and then Farah just barely beating out Fairy Peak, drops it into the box, goes all the way. 2-goal game again.
A fantastic challenge coming up, able to pinch that straight up. Once again, reacting to the play correctly.
Approaching halftime here. MOCKIT trailing by 2. Breaking between both Bluey and Farah. Chalset has the read. Slow pressure here from PSG. Taking turns clearing the ball onto the backboard. Continuing their pressure. They got two in the corner there, and Freaky will get it over top of that front line defense, and there's nobody in net right now. Chalset moves back around. You saw him tackle. He was looking for the shot, expecting the immediate aggression from MOCKIT. Now Pashy, he can pass back to Fairy Peak and Freaky. Bluey's there first. I'll send it away.
Fortunate for Pashy, he had a good pass back inside to his teammate, but because he was on the ground and hit it, oh my goodness.
Look at this. Farah finds Bluey just above the net. Beautiful shot.
Again, Bluey staying up top, but that one way prettier than the first one he had at the last game. Just able to come off that angle and hit it perfectly across. Up by 3, 2 minutes left in game number 2.
A ridiculous shot from Bluey. Definitely securing this lead. Hopefully securing the victory here for them in game 2. Farah taking a shot towards the net. Fairy Peak will send it off to the side. MOCKIT losing a player in the back there. The demo.
Something we haven't talked about, something we mentioned a little bit yesterday is this PSG team had a chance to warm up, just last game.
They certainly did.
Playing back-to-back, and statistically speaking, I mean, we always see the team that gets to play 2 in a row come out on the head. So, I mean, it might just be that MOCKIT needs a couple games to kind of get their footing again.
That's the advantage of the best of 7, but right now it really is PSG sitting comfortable right now. 4 goals up, 1-5 right now with only a minute and 20 left here in game 2.
I mean, Blue just being a nuisance. He draws the Pashy out, and then as he, gets that initial touch, last player in net needs to make a save, and I think he ends up bumping him on his way down.
The goals continue to rain here for PSG. Only had one party so far here in game 2. Here's might be another. Nope, it'll only be blocked away by Chalset. Bluey up in the air.
Another one.
We'll look to continue to.
He did get a jump reset on it. Sick. So for those that, if you don't know, you can't get a jump reset as long as your wheels hit. All 4 of your wheels hit like a surface, whether it be the ball, the car, the ball. That's where you start to see ceiling touches. You can use the jump. Blue used the ball and then spun around because it looked cool. It didn't really do anything.
Works out for him there. 48 seconds remaining. Down by 4. PSG probably going to be able to secure this victory over MOCKIT. Shall settle off that one high. Bluey should be able to take this one away from Pashy. Freaky actually kind of takes it away from Fairy Peak, but PSG positioning looks like we're going to be able to get it from him anyways. Farah puts in another one. With 31 seconds left, we could hit an infamous Brazil, but at this point, the victory absolutely in PSG's favor.
Yeah, a difficult position for Freaky to be in on that one. As he's going up the wall, he actually just played it underneath. He needed to go up a little bit higher and then jump into it. Easier said than done, though. Farah was shadowing the whole way.
You think they'll hit it? You think PSG gets one more?
Maybe. I mean, sometimes, we call this like those garbage time goals where the players just kind of, contest an aerial backwards and hit it straight up.
He nearly got it there. With 10 seconds remaining, still possible, but MOCKIT holding on the defense here. MOCKIT will already be mentally thinking about game 3, okay? Because game 1, very close. Game 2 here, not nearly as close. And they just need to kind of get this one out of their system. Don't contemplate it anymore. Allow it to just be a thing of the past. 6-1 victory going in PSG's favor. They're up by 2 now in the series.
Looking strong and coming out strong on that one. Just kind of taking what Axel said to heart. Probably didn't hear him at all, but I mean, everybody's being involved. Pass plays across. Everybody's getting shots on net. And for the players that aren't, Chalset's kind of been the rock for this team, making a bunch of saves, moving it upfield. It just seems to be that they're letting Bluey kind of just do his thing. I don't want to limit his capability whatsoever.
Yeah, you can see that the 8 shots there from MOCKIT and only 1 goal, about the worst shooting percentage I feel like we've seen from them all day. The guys really have been very efficient on the offense. They're taking the shots they know they can make, not really taking a lot of meaningless shots here. So PSG doing work in defense, being able, and there was a few plays, we didn't really highlight them very well during the match, but there was a few plays where MOCKIT was really pushing the ball down the field, really taking a shot, and we were seeing the PSG defenders come screaming in from the side and send it away and making it look very easy and very, very clean. It was like right on the goal line, but they were always getting a very good clean, not just a save, but a clear as well.
I mean, part of the issue, though, was despite having those shots, there was real no follow-up. You saw with the side of PSG is they're able to send multiple people and not get punished for it whatsoever. I mean, Farah had it was Bluey who had that air dribble that was just kind of bouncing around. He draws out multiple defenders, and that's kind of been the difference, is he's making plays happen on his own that allows the rest of his team to really take the opportunity and punish him for it. Hence the goal line being 6-1.
6-1 there in game 2. So far, PSG, with all the victories here in our third place match. We'll see how this one evolves. Can MOCKIT come back into this? The ball stays here in midfield. See PSG. 2-1, Fairy Peak over the top of 2, and it'll drop on the Freaky. Takes a shot towards the net. Well defended, it'll go back down, and Bluey with the angles he's been able to hit. This one was just a little bit high in the goal, and it'll be cleared away by Freaky.
Didn't have the power like he did in that first one, but pace still dangerous. This is going to take and deny some boost as the PSG team continues to pressure.
Freaky on the wall, intercepted by Bluey, and he looks for defenders as well. Here comes the shot from Farah underneath Fairy Peak. Beautiful placement. You saw all the defenders kind of get up and get loose. And that was what enabled Farah to take this shot.
Yeah, it was just difficult. Freaky was trying to go for a huge backboard clear, but instead of it hitting the nose of his car and getting power, it hits the top and kills right in front of their net. Just an easy shot, just draws out that last defender. Difficult position to be in when you have a player chasing after the ball right in front of you, and he's going to get to you first.
And PSG has been pretty steadily in control of this match. That continues on here in game 3.
Nice backward pass, Chaussette, who is backwards on the wall.
It works out for him. Freaky up, Chaussette's got the read, drops it back down to the box. Fairy Peak does not make the touch he would like. So Freaky will pass to Pashy. Now he's up in the 1 roll. Lofts this one. Fairy Peak will look to set up Freaky here. Just drops back down. Freaky's airborne, and the defender's not in the best positions. He'll put it through. The team play comes through from MOCKIT, and they tie up the game.
I mean, let's talk about that placement from Freaky. He lofts himself up in here, and then last second he recognizes, okay, Chaussette's jumping up. He can't do anything with this. Plays it perfectly despite light in the top right corner. Beautiful placement to tie it back up.
It tells you how much Freaky and Pashy have been doing the scoring that I didn't realize there was a Hellfire goal explosion on the MOCKIT roster. It's been all of the birthday parties so far today. So Freaky getting involved in the scoring there. We saw Pashy tweeting out today about how good it feels to be playing with his team right now. He feels like the team is synergizing better than almost any roster he's ever played with.
Which says a lot because he's been on a lot of rosters.
He has created many rosters through his Rocket League career. Bluey up on the wall, looking to set up Chaussette. Flick goes past the defenders, but also past the goal, and Chaussette has to put it back. Pashy with the loft. Freaky to play it downfield. Chaussette looking for Farah. Won't find it as Pashy's able to get in between them. Long clear game, really working out. Freaky looking for Pashy, intercepted by Chaussette. Moving now down the field, he's got Farah to work with right behind him. Drops on top of Fairy Peak, it's up high. Farah could be able to drop this one down, and he does so. Look at the plays here. Bluey able to set up Farah, get the lead back for PSG.
Similar situation again to what we saw at the other one, just shadowing his teammate, following him all the way down and waiting for his opportunity. As soon as he sees he can be the first one there, he gets up and puts an easy shot on net. Back on top for PSG in game number 3. Winning this one would put them at match point and secure them to 3rd place in the seed.
Well, we haven't had any sweeps today. PSG, I would be surprised if they're able to do it here over MOCKIT. But they've so far done all the right moves here, and Bluey gets in another one, just getting it past that last defender that was in his way. Now a 2-goal lead again.
I mean, that was the story from yesterday. Yesterday was a bunch of 4-0s, and today's all been 4-1s.
4-1s and 4-2s. We have yet to have a Game 7, and I hesitate to say that because I am scared of cursing us.
No, you guys can't hear or see it, but I'm knocking on wood.
A Game 7 would be amazing in the finals. I'd be happy to see it in the finals. And also, you know, to see this match be close to go all the way to Game 7.
Here, I would love to see like MOCKIT adapt correctly and really pressure this team.
It would be absolutely amazing, especially with how explosive PSG has been so far.
I mean, obviously easier said than done.
Absolutely. Quite the marathon. Pashy on the wall. Farah's there. Gets the touch before he gets demolished. Now Chaussette with the read. Freaky back to the corner. Blue to try and play it across the field. Chaussette will take it out of the corner. Bluey just sitting with the MOCKIT players in their own half, but is still will end up going back towards his own goal.
Really smart play as well there from Bluey. Didn't have any boost or anything, so he wave dashes to get a little bit extra speed to make sure he can get to the ball first. Showing off his mechanic skill a little bit.
Wrap around there from Farah. Shot set back in the middle. Freaky's up first. Drop it over two. Pash will be able to play this one long, but it is a bit high, so he needs some help from Fairy Peak here, and he puts it down and in. Well done by Fairy Peak. 1 goal game.
Very difficult. We see it and talk about it all the time. Just trying to make save when it's above on that backboard. You see Farah come out and it just whiff. Unfortunate for him. Leaves Fairy Peak a wide open shot and just puts too much power on it for that defender.
Yeah.
Back within 1.
Shalsett tried to get it out of the way, but the forward momentum continued and it goes into the goal. Now, 1 goal away from tying it up. MOCKIT still looking for their first win here in the series after dropping games 1 and 2. PSG's been pretty much in control. Again into the box. They're up on the wall. Gets a pass 1, but Freaky's got it clear. Now Chaussette back into the corner. And this kind of long clears into the corners really do work for PSG as it runs time off the clock, but only being down by 1. Not a very comfortable lead here. 2 would rig it much better, and this one will go through on the touch from Bluey. Fair tried to secure it there, but Bluey will take the credit.
And unfortunately for Freaky, it just doesn't play that downfield enough. But for Bluey to come across and kill that, to try to get the clear, he just gets a little bit of a clip. He's been kind of just lack of hesitation on everything. He's just like, you know what, I see it, I'm going to go for it.
All the way in and now up by 2, significantly more comfortable lead here for PSG. They can just play for clock management, trying to run the time down. As long as they can hold on to this lead here. Freaky coming in. Fairy Peak, put it back into the box. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just trying to shoot. Just from any angle you can, just try and find the goals.
Not necessarily the worst idea either, taking that direct approach. His passes are getting stopped out pretty easily, so might as well at least apply some pressure and draw somebody out of defense.
The plays from MOCKIT have mostly been pass plays. Talk about the first play we saw. Freaky was able to put it in. Everyone got involved from the MOCKIT roster. Chaussette gets a pass too, and as the ball rolls up on the wall, the timer will count all the way down. There might be 1 more goal before the end of regulation, but the win will be PSG's. As you said, 3 straight now for PSG. 1 more win, they've got that 3rd place spot, and they'll put MOCKIT in that rough position where they have to play not only OCE, but they have to go up against the best from North America as well.
Yeah, MOCKIT trying to avoid that, obviously going to have to do it now in reverse sweep fashion. Not easily done in what you have definitely referred to as a marathon of a series. I mean, with 7 games, it's a lot to kind of take that into consideration, especially when there hasn't really been any signs of them showing how they're going to change it up. I mean, PSG is just kind of having their way with them.
They certainly are here. So, game 4 inbound here. And the question is, what needs to change from MOCKIT? Because we've seen MOCKIT be able to play with the best of them, be able to take these games and be super, super aggressive, especially in recent time. And the question is, what is the thing that they are missing right now? I feel like their personal play, their personal 1v1 skills have been fine. It's not been a matter of losing 50-50s. Maybe more decision-making? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, a lot of it is just they're playing really slow. It's not that it's sloppy. They're not making too many mistakes. It's not like they're own goaling or anything. It's just PSG is free to do whatever they want. You see it both in Fairy and Bluey.
Fairy Peak, Farah.
Frui. I don't know.
There's Freaky, Fairy Peak, and Farah all on the pitch at the same time.
I hate that. But
it becomes confusing.
Farah and Bluey are pretty much free to do whatever they wish. There is no one really contesting them or getting in their face. And the easiest way to do that is probably demos, but you also have to understand you're committing to going out of your way to move somebody out, which also removes you from the pitch in that kind of situation. So it's just a matter of playing a little bit faster, getting up in the face of these guys, because they really haven't done it.
Game 4 could possibly be the last one here. Both PSG and MOCKIT until the Season 4 LAN, Washington, D.C. Have we settled on the hashtag for that one yet?
RLCS 4.
I meant like...
I have no idea.
The LAN pun.
I have no idea.
Can we go with Land of the Free? I like Land of the Free.
I've heard Washing LAN as well.
That doesn't make any sense, though. This one in front of the box here. Fairy Peak to put it between 2. But Bluey able to roll it off to the side here. Now he and Chaussette take their time. They successfully bait in Pashy. Now Chaussette off here to push it underneath. Fairy Peak and roll it up high. Freaky's got to make a play. Get it away. He does so. It's a nice, good clear. touch. Pashy actually puts it behind himself. Bluey now caught in the net of MOCKIT. Long clear, they're susceptible right now. Can Farah get there in time? No, it doesn't, and it is the long clear that it works out here. Freaky gets on the board.
Difficult decision there as well for Freaky as he's moving back. But Farah, underneath this one, he just has to aerial that. I mean, he's going to miss out on that every single time. Just jump up, try to get a touch, play it off the backboard or something. It's just difficult, too, because if he doesn't play it just right, it's probably going to bounce off and back in or hit that ceiling.
And excellent recognition and accuracy there from Freaky, getting that one all the way down the field, realizing that he couldn't score the long ball. Fairy Peak gets demolished in net, or Pashy rather gets demolished in net. Fairy Peak has to play it across. Set nearly able to drop it in behind. Pashy's got this one on the defense, they'll send it away. Knocked into the corner. All set to loft. Freaky to put it back, Fairy Peak up. And Farah just following along with each other here. Possibly looking for the pass. Farah tries to move in, but Freaky's there. Shall set in the back. Let's send him to the side. PSG defense holding on now and looking for another goal. Bluey to drop it in past the last defender. The aerial comes through in the tie game we'll have.
Plenty of options as well for PSG. You see Farah move up after a demo and just sit up there waiting. He's lucky he got a boost at that midfield as well. But he doesn't even need it. Bluey's able to just come in, swoop through, and get a goal.
3:20 left on the clock here.
It cut in auto cam to both the players wiggling the wheels. So it's like they were saying hi with it.
They're waving at each other across the pitch.
Yeah.
These guys, you know they're just having a good time. Pashy to put it back towards Freaky. And look for Fairy Peak in the midfield. Wins the 50-50 into the corner. Pashy watches Chaussette. He'll be able to play it into the middle. Both Freaky and Fairy Peak up. Shot towards net. Blocked away by Chaussette. Most likely a bit wide anyways. He'll look for a transition here. Fairy Peak in the midfield. Just trying to play nuisance. Now Bluey up. Looking onto the backboard. Chaussette with the drop towards the box. Pashy plays it away. Now this bounces back down. So Freaky goes up first, and then Bluey with the follow. He's able to read both players from MOCKIT that he interacts with. Freaky the long clear again. This one laid away by Farah. Or touches the backboard.
Perfect example.
Bluey, oh my goodness, does this go in? No, Freaky makes the save. A great pinch there by Bluey to send it towards the net. Saved away by Freaky.
Perfect example of Farah of what I was talking about. As he's rotating back rather than waiting for it, just goes up, doesn't leave any risk, plays it off the backboard and clears it out.
Get him away. Freaky shot towards the net. Fairy Peak comes in just to try and redirect it around the goalies. Doesn't find his target. Bluey demolished. Freaky could possibly make this, but Farah comes in from the side and sends it away. Now Chaussette can't get over the top of Fairy Peak. Pashy up, play it down the field. Freaky's in behind. Now Bluey will play it. So Farah back down to the corner. Pashy with the long loft. Just this ping pong back and forth here as Pashy puts it into the box. Chaussette away. Fairy Peak will look to set up Freaky again. They've scored like this once before, but Freaky does not make contact. Pashy comes in to try and put it through, but Bluey gets the save. Now, can he get a transition? MOCKIT quickly retreated, so they'll be able to keep their pressure on here for a moment longer. And Chaussette getting demoed at the midfield to open up some space for them to work with. He spawns underneath the ball, which is the more difficult place for him to fit back into the rotation. They do so on the clear from Farah, able to move this one back down with 1:05 left to go. Here in Game 4, all the games so far won by PSG. Fairy Peak wants to get a win for his team, though. They only need one goal right now to do it.
Oh, with a minute left, this is their perfect chance. They haven't been able to keep that scoreline as close ever since game number 1. Just need to take those opportunities that they had. I mean, they had a prime example of it just a little bit ago.
Pashy across, Chaussette to try and take the shot. Fairy Peak gets the block, but Farah's airborne. Tries to put it behind Freaky and goes back to Chaussette. Gets the back pass here to Bluey. PSG will hold on to ball control with 30 seconds remaining. And Bluey, who's been having a great performance this series, putting in the vast majority of their goals, clutch ones at that. Try and do it, but right now, MOCKIT. Fairy Peak comes in, and Bluey's able to get it away. Just got Freaky to deal with, flicks over the top of him. Pesci pinches it away over the top of 2. Very Peak will get the redirect, but Chaussette over to the side. They still score on this play. If Chaussette can get it away, he does so. Very Peak was right there, and we might be going to overtime. Bluey gets a pass too, but can he keep it up the corner? No. Overtime here in game 4.
Do or die situation right now for MOCKIT. They need to get this goal.
Oh, and off the kickoff. The kickoff goals have been deadly today. Back over on the far side, coming back into the middle. Freaky takes the shot, and it does not go in. Fairy Peak back into the goal. Can Bluey get there? No! Fairy Peak puts it home, and we go to another game.
I think Freaky actually held him here. Yeah, he did. He landed underneath him and just spun him around. Nothing Bluey could do about that one. What a play by Freaky to end it off after initially getting that pass.
And MOCKIT gets a win. Game 5 inbound. We will see, can they continue at this point? They have to reverse sweep PSG to be able to get that 3rd place spot. PSG definitely in a good position, but this is the first step MOCKIT needed to get this victory. They're able to do it here in overtime.
Yeah, a lot of it just has to do with finally maintaining some offense for more than a couple seconds. You saw it, and the way that they did it, I mean, a prime example is when they did initially get that contest. Rather than allowing this team to just clear it lofty and far, not only do they do that, but then an immediate demo right after. So now they're talking a 3v2 in that situation for a couple seconds, spread it out, and just punish these guys, and eventually it works out.
And MOCKIT has had quite the run of overtimes today. They've had some really long ones. This one was significantly shorter. And poor Pesci, I feel like, and when you come to like the top 5 longest overtimes in RLCS history, I'm pretty sure he's been in at least 3, if not all 5 of them. The guy has just had to play so much more Rocket League than he signed up for.
Yeah, a lot of it just has to do with their play style altogether. When they get into that overtime situation, it just, Pesci plays a very safe game. He's not really to take those risks. They don't want to send everybody and go for the counterattacks and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, you know what, just do your job. Eventually someone will make a mistake. Let's make it not us.
Well, we will see. Can they continue to keep themselves clean here? They got the win there in game 4, and they're going to have to do it again here in game 5. Again, one more win for PSG, and they'll take that 3rd place spot for Europe.
Trying to avoid playing OCE in the buy and an extra couple $1,000.
Nice shot by Freaky. Start things off well here for MOCKIT from the midfield.
You know there was someone in net, just good pace on that one. Bounces and then uses that car perfectly head on. Is in the middle of the net.
Blue is nearly there. Was able to make contact and slam it into the crossbar, but not enough to get it out of the net.
Just a little bit behind, almost there.
5 seconds into the game, he scores. Chaussette now, can he get the response here? Bluey should be able to underneath, and just like that, tying the game in the first 10 seconds.
2 goals within 10 seconds compared to what we saw from these previous matches.
That's 5 seconds apiece per goal.
Math. Good job.
And the last one was at 4:55. The first one was at 4:55. They both scored in 5 seconds. It's crazy.
They're in sync, man.
These guys are absolutely silly.
Talked about having fun, shaking wheels at each other.
Now scoring fast goals. This is as many goals as they scored last game in regulation. So buckle in your seatbelts. You might be in for a wild ride again.
And a lot of balloons.
Back and forth, yeah. Shot set over the top of Fairy Peak. And now Freaky in the corner. Eliminated there by Bluey.
A great flick inside.
Yeah, look at that one away. Now Pesci, look at his shot from the corner. Puts that one through, and MOCKIT's back on top.
What have we done, Wave?
I am cool with the shootout right now, man. I love a shootout.
Good placement.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, let's be honest. That's what the thing most people want to see. We just want to see the goals, man. You know, that last game was great and defensive. They came back here and just broke the record for most goals in a game. That would make me happy.
It would make like the epitome of EU where nothing makes sense. It's so back and forth. People trade off.
Talking points for EU. There's nothing here. Freaky now down the field. Shot set to put it nice and high, but Freaky's got the follow-up. Doesn't make contact. Be very big now lofted. Ashy's there. You have to put it into the orange box, but Fair will connect with Chaussette, and they'll get a transition down the field. Looking for Bluey. Intercepted by Freaky. Go back into the corner. Now MOCKIT looking for another goal. Freaky to Pesci. Intercepted there by Farah. They'll send it back and forth. Both teams finding good initial plays to get the ball down into the position they want, but being interrupted by the defenders. 3:30 left to go. Still the 1-goal lead for MOCKIT.
Just look at the pace that this MOCKIT team is hitting the ball with. Something we didn't see in the previous 3 matches. just the intent seems to be there now with every touch.
Very peak. He's got to pass 2 now. Just Chaussette in the back. He's able to flick it to him, and Pesci puts it in. Beautiful setup here. Fairy Peak just completely dismantling the defense by himself.
He actually makes a mistake on this initial touch off the wall. He doesn't get the initial one that he wants, but for him to have that patience for it to go back up on his car and then flick it past the defender just out enough for his teammate. The control from Fairy Peak.
Yeah, perfect placement right to Pesci. And now the 2-goal lead for MOCKIT. And they hold on here. Can PSG come back alive? Fairy Peak to the side, Bluey up. They don't make it. Farah to Bluey. Again, into the box here. Can Farah finish this off? He hesitates for a moment, and Freaky takes advantage to move in. Send it away. Farah over the top of Fairy Peak. Bluey in and over the top of 2. Can anybody finish this off? It'll be Fairy Peak who gets there first and sends it away, but PSG pressuring in the box right now. The drop out from Bluey to Farah. The shot towards the net. Pesci's there and clears it away. Chaussette comes back in. The 3-man offense play. Give a bit of space here. They'll get it past that last line. Chaussette has to move back and play defense. Ricky in. Shot towards net. Saved by Bluey. Fair will drop it down. Pesci's got the read somehow and puts it back into the box. Now Bluey across the pitch. Bluey will keep it here on the wall. 2:05 left on the clock. I think we're probably safe from breaking the goal record. So MOCKIT having one of the best performances so far here. Fairy Peak will put in another one on a very wide defensive rotation. Nobody had made it all the way back to goal just yet.
Yeah, you just see Bluey getting caught out. He was supposed to be that 3rd man back, but he decides to go for the boost deny of the other team first. A little bit extra time, just enough for them to transition downfield and increase his goal margin like a healthy amount. I mean, 2 minutes left, it's doable, but...
Oh, Chaussette had a nice shot. And Blue will have a good follow-up here. 1:49 left to go, only down by 2 now.
I mean, if they keep doing that, then it's going to close up pretty quick.
It certainly would. Make me eat my words on the goal record thing. Who knows at this point?
I have no idea, man.
That one through. Now Freaky, Pesci and Fairy Peak here, poised to get their 2nd victory in this series. We'll let this one drop down. Pesci over to the side. Chaussette following, put it into the box. Freaky gets the clear. Fair in the corner with Pesci. 50-50 going in MOCKIT's favor. Into the box. Louis will try to send it across. Chaussette picks it up. Now Farah. Midfield on the backboard. Intercepted there by Fairy Peak. Chaussette to try and follow this one through, but Freaky gets it away. Fairy Peak up and over the top. And in comes Freaky onto the backboard. Backboard defense right now from PSG. Will steal it away from Fairy Peak. Pesci has to opt for the back pass. Freaky able to get it away. Send it back out. Farah, shot towards net. Does it go down and in? Here comes Chaussette. No, but he just goes away. He doesn't make contact. He faked Pesci, but there was nobody there to finish it off. So PSG, well, what could have been a 1-goal game as we hit this final minute here. It'll still be 2, and MOCKIT's sitting nice and pretty right now with the lead.
I mean, with only 30 seconds left, that could have been the crucial goal to put them within 1, allowing them at extra time at the end. Now they're going to have to play a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more on the side of the offensive side, leaving opportunities for this team to run away with it on the side of MOCKIT. 15 seconds left.
Chaussette over towards Bluey. And the 50-50 is going in MOCKIT's favor right now. And you had said it. They were playing slow. They needed to pick up the pace. They've done so here. They've been able just to keep the ball aggressive, been able to make their touches work, and to work together as a team. The thing that Pesci's loved about this MOCKIT lineup. And right now, up by 3, definitely going to clinch here, game number 5, and move us into game 6. Possibly even get one more here in the last 6 seconds. Who knows? MOCKIT starting to come alive.
Yeah, just playing with that pace. You talked about it, mentioned it. I mean, it's that intent of those passes. They're going to the teammates. They're going to open space. They're not just giving away possession, and it's really paying off. But now, the difficult part of this game is the opposite team in PSG now has to adapt to the style MOCKIT is playing.
Well, and PSG, their offense has always been so deadly. And yet right now it feels like it's falling a little bit flat. I mean, you can see there 9 shots from PSG, only 2 goals to show for it. And both of those assisted. They definitely know how to put together the crazy plays, but to make it happen consistently, and especially against MOCKIT right now, who's playing well defensively and making very strong touches every time they make touches on the defense, it's making life very hard for PSG right now.
Yeah, it just almost seems they've swapped roles. I mean, you're seeing this PSG team now play kind of like how MOCKIT was, where the touches aren't really that great. They're kind of open in space, and it's just like, MOCKIT season's like, yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, okay. And then they just hit it towards the net and it goes in. So
yeah, well, we'll see how they're able to bounce back here. Was there anything you noticed from PSG that they could possibly look to specifically improve, or a specific player you'd like to be seeing step up right now?
I mean, you look at the entire series, and even when they were winning, Shawset has been pretty quiet. He's not that leading charge that we normally see him as. I mean, we talked about how he was pretty much the MVP vote for quite a few of us just because of what he really pulls for this team. He just sets them up. And I just really haven't seen him at all this series being the guy that leads the charge either with the dribble or the initial contest. He's had to sit in back and just been pretty quiet for most of the series.
He hasn't been putting up most of the goals. It mostly has been Bluey and Farah, I feel like, especially Bluey, who was the player everybody was buzzing about in the first few weeks. The rookie here.
Yeah, I feel they can be firing on all cylinders, and a lot of the reason why they aren't right now is due to Shawset, because the times that he does make those plays and he gets those extra couple touches, they look scary.
Well, 2 games now, PSG's been 1 win away. In Game 5, they were 1 goal away from putting this one to bed. Now here, after 2 games, MOCKIT's coming back to life. And 1 more win would send us to our first Game 7. See if they can do it, or can PSG finish it off? Going across. Now PSG looking for a scoring opportunity. Shawset will follow this one in the air, so he can possibly set up one of his teammates here. Doesn't make contact. Farah to Bluey. Passing now down the field. Shawset over towards Farah. Midfield will just kill it, let Bluey move up. He looks for the read off of Freaky, doesn't find it, sends it towards Pashy. Shawset will get the save in net.
Dangerous position for Shawset there as well. He had a Pashy pursuing him. Able to rotate in a big clear downfield. This is a chance for PSG.
Bluey in the corner. Can't get the read on Freaky. Again, the strong clears from MOCKIT coming through right now. Pashy onto the backboard. Nobody going to make contact just yet. All the players a bit tangled up here as Pashy nearly finds it through. Freaky can't shoot on what was more or less an open net for him. He had a small window there where there was no defender going to be able to get in the way. He wasn't able to find it. We'll stay scoreless here. So we're about to finish off the first 2 minutes here in Game 6.
Not only was there a defender not to be able to get in the way, I mean, you saw Bluey as that last man in the net. No boost whatsoever. He jumps out and gets a 12 boost as he gets bumped out of the way. Makes a crucial save for his team. But 3 minutes left in this match. PSG still on match point, just trying to close it out.
Now, win here in this game would do it. But MOCKIT is making a series out of it. Now Farah, Bluey, looking to see if he can send this one in. Gets a pass 2, but can't get that final shot. Fairy Peak will get the clear.
PSG a little bit behind than the normal pace. But trying to turn it on here. MOCKIT's handling it well.
Moving up, Farah over the top of 1. Now back down the field, Shawset to Bluey. Look at the pass plays. Patch will take this one off the wall. Bluey down towards the box. Freaky sends it to the side. Pashy adding a bit of speed to it. Fairy Peak will help him out, drop it back down to Freaky. Takes a shot towards net. It's a bit high. PSG will be able to get a clear to transition. Pashy tries to buy time for his teammates. All 3 of them stack up there on the wall, but they get a great clear out of it. Shawset has to play it away. Now 1:50 left to go. The pass to Farah. Shot towards net. Freaky will be up and send it to the side. As the offense continues for PSG, they get 1 demo, but they're hanging so far in the back. Just no aggression from this PSG offense right now. They can make a score happen here too. Blue to try and drop it down. Will go away. Farah at the midfield. Puts it back into the corner. Now over the top of Pashy. Got Freaky in the corner here as well. 4 players tangled up there. Bluey in a completely open net there is all of MOCKIT just kind of spaced out, but he just didn't have a shot.
Just positioning was off, didn't have any boots to get around and flick that in either. Tried to opt out and pass the ball to his teammate who was back to shot sent, but just not able to get it. Another shot on net coming for PSG. The pressure's starting to show a lot better than these last 2 losses they had.
Ferry peek out of the net. Final minute here of game 6. And it's all tied up at 0. Nobody's found the back of the net here. We've had some decently high-scoring games in this series. We've had some very low-scoring games as well. Back and forth. A lot of ebb and flow here. Just kind of the pace of the match. Ferry puts this one up, follows it by himself. Freaky's there and sends it to the side. Now this one aloft again. Shawset and Ferry Peak both up, but Ferry Peak with a shorter distance will be able to make it there first. 30 seconds remaining, and Farah will look for Shawset up in the corner, but he just rotates back instead. See MOCKIT get a clear. 20 seconds left on the clock. We might be bound for another overtime. Farah to set this one back down. Pass up into the corner. 10 seconds remaining. 1 goal is all PSG needs. And 1 goal is all MOCKIT needs to send us to game 7. Right there in front of the net, it'll drop down in overtime here in game 6.
All 3 players not taking that risk, going up, covering every angle whatsoever. Now all it takes is 1. And PSG clutch 3rd seed, or will MOCKIT bring it to game number 7? About to find out.
So that happens. Freaky up towards Ferry Peak, now into the corner. Making the pass plays happen. It goes down. Bashy setting this one up, and Bluey move it down the field. Shawset with the follow. Now wraps high. Farah takes a shot towards the net, blocked away. Next goal for PSG wins them the series unless MOCKIT can find a way to make the goal happen.
Shot on net as well by Bluey. Easily saved out. It just seems to be, in the way that this series is going, the momentum is definitely in favor of MOCKIT.
So close there. Pashy had the opportunity, but just didn't quite have the distance to be able to make the shot happen before the goal was gone.
Dangerous right in front of net, too.
Demolition on him. He actually will spawn in the corner, just breaks up the rotation a bit, but Ferry Peak and Freaky will be able to get the clears down the field. And what could be our first game 7. If MOCKIT can make this work, the pass is there. Freaky takes the shot, puts it in. We'll go to game 7 here.
You know, the guys at the desk talked about it. They're like, you know what? It seems like PSG is kind of left. This team's kind of coming out of the tank. Like, they're on their last leg. And it's like, they start off the way they do, and you're like, no, they're fine. They're totally fine.
These guys played, MOCKIT played a series earlier today that went 4-2. They lost by 2 games to Method. But they involved a 7-minute overtime. They effectively played a 7-game series earlier, and now they go to another one. This has been such a long day for MOCKIT, but you know it's worth it if they can find the victory here.
I mean, you're talking the resilience of this team. And now they're at the opportunity of a reverse sweep. Not only just going to Game 7 for the first time today, but for them to go against a team that was 6-1 in league play and then bring it all the way back and give themselves an opportunity. Like, I want to know what's going through this PSG team's head. Like, how did they let this slip through them?
Yeah, it has, and I feel like this has in some ways almost been a microcosm of PSG season where they had this blazing start. They're playing so well, and then they drop that last match, and then they drop these games here in the playoffs, and now they've been at 1 game away. They've been 1 goal away twice now. 2 of the games that MOCKIT has won have gone to overtime, and if PSG had scored, they would have been done. They would have been done playing basically half an hour ago at this point. But they know that they're still here because MOCKIT won't go away, and we go to Game 7, and at this point, MOCKIT has PSG on match point as well. Next game wins.
I mean, this is exactly why you call it a marathon. You're talking about these guys where they were just right there. Now we're in the second half, and we're just about finally to get over that top of the hill where you can hop on the bike and just cruise down, man. Almost there, but 1 more to go. Winner take all.
We will see. Can they pull it off? And I'm excited. I cannot wait. I'm trying to remember the last time we had a reverse sweep in a best of 7, or if it's even happened. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna have confirmation on that. And I'll let you guys know once we find out. But it's been a long time, if ever. PSG here gonna start off early.
Yeah, really well played by PSG, coming out trying to send a statement. See Bluey contesting a lot better than what we saw previous. Just getting up, immediately getting the boost, and rotating right back in, applying that pressure. you know, it was working for them before. Maybe that's maybe that's what they need to tell Shawsett. Be like, you know what, man, like, it's fine. Just sit back, let us go balls to the wall. It doesn't even matter.
Ashy now, trying to find Fairy Peak and try to drop it down. Not going to happen. See PSG with the early lead here, but MOCKIT again. Even when we've seen PSG gain the lead in these last few games, it's been MOCKIT who's been able to come back and send us further and further into this best of 7, and now here at the decisive game. Can they do it? Shawsett here in the corner trying to get it past Freaky. It won't happen. Freaky shot towards net. Farah sends it away. Pashy up alongside Fairy Peak into the box. Freaky's airborne, looks for the shot but doesn't find it. Shawsett will clear it. The first minute will come and go without MOCKIT scoring.
But the pressure is still there from MOCKIT, doing a much better job, and this is what we were kind of hoping to see the whole series. These guys are going to have to battle in offense. You know, we talk about, and have mentioned, like, you know, PSG generally does put on a pretty defensive team, but, I mean, you're talking this MOCKIT squad has completely changed that up, and that might possibly be the difference that he's looking forward to.
Bluey shot a bit high, and his option play had kind of spaced out, and his teammate who moved up alongside it parallel with him. But now Shawsett to follow. Look at that play to get it underneath that last defender here. Pashy will rotate in, and Fairy Peak will just try to play it back onto the wall to keep it away from PSG. But now the shot back towards net. Fairy Peak makes the play again. Now it's Freaky with ball control as he moves into the orange. Shawsett will send it over to the side. Play this one off the wall. We look to add pace to it. He's not going to find it. Fairy Peak will get a kill. Shawsett in with the tackle. This choice to move up and engage Fairy Peak, a beautiful decision that might clinch the victory here for PSG.
As soon as that shot got put on net, Shawsett just sits in the middle and goes, bring it on. Moves towards him, gets the dunk, and puts him up by 2. Score margin that we haven't seen quite in a while for PSG. That might be what they need to get the ball rolling.
3:05 left on the clock. And you know, for MOCKIT, they would love the idea of coming this close to pulling off this epic comeback and then falling short would just be a heartbreaker. They'll be playing harder right now than they have the entire day. They have been playing a long day, but so far in this game right here, the one that matters, our best of 7, game 7, it's been PSG who's been able to find the goals. Louis over across the goal. They'll find Farah. The pinch from Fairy Peak goes out. Pashy's up first. He'll be able to follow this one towards the net. Bluey and Shawsett are both there, but they get tangled up. Can Freaky find Fairy Peak in the middle? They try to find the shot, and it goes back into the corner. Pashy's now in a position where he could shoot if he gets the ball in his direction. But PSG will keep it away from him at the midfield. Freaky and Pashy both committing to flick over one. Both Shawsett and Bluey up. Possibly a bit of panic on the defense. It's the second time we've seen a double commit there from PSG and as many shots. We're across halftime, though. It's still a 2-goal lead. Hold on for PSG.
PSG just starting to play a lot faster. Even if they can't get a touch on the ball, just denying boosting whatever they can to maintain possession. It's a matter of MOCKIT having to pace it as Farah almost gets a pinch for a goal.
They got another one, but Pashy now holding on to ball control. He'll get it past 2. Can he get it past this one again as Bluey had fallen back quickly? Fairy Peak to put it into the box, and Farah will look for Bluey. He'll send it down the field. Pashy just hung right behind the ball to try and block it away. Have a bit of ball control, but Bluey will take it right back from them. Now Farah, shot towards net. Pashy's there to loft it, but he's got to get this one away, and it'll be Fairy Peak who helps him out. 1:17 left on the clock as it still winds down. PSG, and hold on. They've been 1 game away for 4 games now, and this could finally be the one where they finish it off.
Still plenty of time, though, for MOCKIT as the shots relentless from PSG. Another one above the crossbar. But I like how PSG is being patient with this one. Even though they want to play fast and put on all this pressure, they're making sure to just leave that one guy behind. They don't want to give away anything for free.
Bluey with the soft drop, trying to put it into the box. Can't get it around. It'll stay at a 2-goal margin. Our final minute here, that pinch all the way back into the corner. Freaky down. Bluey sends it up. Pashy will be able to try and find Fairy Peak here to try and make the shot. They put it through. A beautiful play. Look at this just excellent shot here from Fairy Peak to make it a 1-goal game.
Just a huge mistake, and at the worst time for Bluey. He made that contest in the middle, and it popped straight up and over to the corner. Just just allowed this MOCKIT team to put a pass inside, and that's all it took. But maybe that extra goal they got is going to be enough. We'll find out as a shot saved by Chaussette.
And it is the 1 goal difference. They can play. As long as the ball stays in the air, this game will go on indefinitely right now. And MOCKIT's chances of scoring can continue to stay alive. Freak to try and dribble it down. He won't find anything but Pashy. Be able to put it onto the backboard. Fairy Peak moving in, puts it above the box. The clear will come through from Farah, but it's a soft one. Final 10 seconds. Can they hold on? Or can MOCKIT send us to overtime once again? They've been so good in the overtimes here, but the clear doesn't come through. No, it's above the box, but nobody's in a great position. Fairy Peak puts it back. Pashy puts it in. We'll go to overtime in Game 7.
PSG, what are you doing? All 3 commit on that. No reason whatsoever, and it works out for MOCKIT. Overtime again, the last 2 going in MOCKIT's favor, and they have a chance to spoil it again.
And now the pressure is so on for PSG. And as far as our records are showing, we have never had a reverse sweep in a best of 7. This would be RLCS history if MOCKIT could pull it off. The most memorable reverse sweep in my mind was MOCKIT in the Season 2 finals against Orbit, and they could possibly do it again here. A shot comes through. It gets cleared away by Chaussette.
Wasn't it on this map?
It was on this map on the dawn, or the normal version, not the nighttime version, but yes, it was on Urban Central, a storied map, as always here in RLCS. Now Fairy Peak up, pinches it out. Chaussette to carry it on the ceiling. Keep it away from Pashy, but Freaky puts it onto the backboard again. Fairy Peak dropping this one down. Oh dear, the play, it just goes off. Freaky came screaming in like a rocket to try and finish off the game. PSG is still threatening. Fairy Peak gets it past Bluey. And the touches have consistently been going more and more in MOCKIT's favor, but it only takes 1 to finish off this game. Pashy in the corner, he'll get it past Bluey. He'll get it past Chaussette. Chaussette to try and take it back away, and Farah moves in to put it into the corner. Freaky moves into goal. The block from Fairy Peak comes through, and Chaussette to try and take another shot, but it's Fairy Peak as that front line of defense that's keeping MOCKIT alive in this game. Pashy with a loft down the field. 1 minute and 23 seconds in. Dropping back down, Pashy the pass into the middle. Fairy Peak shot towards the net, blocked away by Bluey. A savior medal here in overtime. A day that has been characterized by overtimes from MOCKIT comes down to an ultimate one. Freaky to drop it down, and it goes in. MOCKIT clinches the reverse sweep over PSG to clinch that 3rd place spot.
Making history, getting an extra $2,000 and avoiding the #1 team from OCE, or #2 team from OCE. They get to sit back and watch and relax as they clinch 3rd seed going into the World Championships.
We said all day these best of 7s are a marathon. All weekend we had no Game 7, and this one, the ultimate Game 7, as MOCKIT makes full use of the format to get their victory.
You know, the guys at the desk said, like, maybe there's no gas left in the tank. I think MOCKIT just siphoned it out. They took it.
It's life steal. They literally just like put a tube in PSG's tanks, like, we're gonna take your gas, thank you very much, so we can continue to go here.
Took a little bit, you know, but roughly around like Game 3 or 4, they're like, all right, we're about half full, it's fine.
And it was those overtime victories. MOCKIT's ability to clinch out the game in overtime gives them the reverse sweep. And we've got one more series for you. This wasn't the best series of the day. We got one more. We still get to crown a champion here in Europe today. So for that, I want to hear what the desk's got to say about this match because it was crazy. But for that and more, let's head back to the desk.
Yeah, that was a little ridiculous. PSG going up 3-0. MOCKIT pulling off the reverse sweep with the goal to push it into overtime in 0 seconds in Game 7. That's what I predicted would happen.
Yeah, me and Shogun knew it all along.
Yeah, no sweat at all.
You guys are brilliant.
Nothing.
You guys are brilliant.
That was incredible. Of course, it's a tale of 2 different teams when you see a reverse sweep. PSG seemed like they're throwing everything at it. MOCKIT, the defense looked very shaky. Then all of a sudden, we start seeing Fairy Peak wake up. We start seeing some open goals for PSG or for MOCKIT to score on PSG, and it's all it takes. And then Fairy Peak, that godlike pass at 0 seconds.
That was
monster.
And you
ridiculous.
know, everyone watching, we're like feeling the nerves, right? Imagine the players on the field. And I feel like there was a moment you could tell with PSG where as MOCKIT was mounting that comeback, you're like, all right, wait a second here. They're not feeling that good. It doesn't seem like they're playing the same game that they have been playing. MOCKIT, though, showing resilience and fortitude by staying in that series and pushing it all the way to Game 7 to pull out a win. Amazing series there. Let's take another look in the Mobile One high-performance replay. MOCKIT securing a number 3 seed at the World Championships, meaning they will play against Ghost. That'll be their first matchup. And PSG will play against OCE number 2.
Yes, and then a possible Cloud9 matchup after that. But Fairpeak, I feel like he was the best and the worst for his team throughout this series. A lot of weird defensive plays, but when it came to the offensive side, he was being extremely creative on passes and making some clutch goals. And it's great when MOCKIT scores because everyone's happy because it's a celebration every time.
Absolutely. But if we're going to start breaking down PSG and you want to have a good example of how their season has gone, this match was the perfect way of going about that. Go through everything, beat everyone, win every single match, and then just as the same in this reverse sweep, they lost 4 times in a row.
And this pass from Fairy, like after getting bumped out off the ball, still flies and keeps the ball in the air. That's the crucial part, to just lob it in front so Pashi can make the play. And then, of course, a reverse sweep ends on a poo goal like that from Freaky.
Absolutely, but I'm man enough to admit we may have lost it a little bit when that one went in. I've never seen Gibbs so animated in my entire life.
I don't know about that. No. I probably just went, oh.
You did not. Nah. There's no way you went. Oh.
But
Not
what
a chance.
a series there, and that was the match to avoid Cloud9. I feel like that's a really important thing. Like, not to take away from Ghost, but I feel like everyone in Europe is afraid of Cloud9, doesn't want to be on the same side of the bracket. And now MOCKIT gets a chance to be on the opposite side and plays a Ghost team that they would much rather play than Cloud9.
Yeah, and doing it in the slimmest of margins there. Again, I think that's a testament to a really strong team. If you're down at all and you're able to bring it back and then keep it that close, and especially when that time is counting down, when you can take that moment and make sure you get a goal, I feel like that's what MOCKIT did. That's what they had to do to pull off that victory. Just amazing play from MOCKIT. They are your 3rd place team in the regional championships. They will go into the World Championships as the number 3 seed from Europe, again playing against Ghost. And PSG is your number 4 seed going into the World Championships, finishing 4th today, which means we have 2 teams remaining in 1 match to go. So we're going to take our final break of the day here. Our last best of 7 is incoming. It's the grand final of the European Regional Championships. Who is the best in Europe? It is either Gale Force, eSports, or MOCKIT. We're about to find out. Stay tuned.